Okay, this is Mike Jensen, and I'm going to show you how to resize your image in Photoshop. And as you can see, I'm not in Photoshop right now. I'm in Adobe Bridge. And one of the easiest things I think you can do in Adobe Bridge is duplicate your document. So I always try to do that first. So I'm going to right-click on the file, click Duplicate, and boom, I've got another copy. Real easy to do. I'll show you in a minute how to do this in Photoshop if you'd prefer to do it that way. So here I'm going to double click and up comes my image in Photoshop. And as you can see, I've got a couple of other copies working. So let's just close one of them down. If you did want to copy it in Photoshop, you would just click on Image and click on Duplicate. A little screen comes up, it says, what do you want to name it? And you tell it. I'm going to click cancel here because I don't want to do that right now. The next thing we want to do is make sure that our image is an 8-bit image, and CS5 does that for us automatically when it imports it in with the Adobe Camera Raw utility. If you're using CS3 or 4, you will probably need to look at this. So you click on Image, Mode, and go over here to make sure it's on 8 bits per channel, which it is. So the next thing we'll want to do is check the color space in Photoshop. And you do that by clicking on Edit, and then you click on Convert to Profile. It should default to RGB, which ours did. If you're in Adobe RGB, it may come up in another area, and you just click on this and click OK for sRGB, which is what we want. That's how we'd like to have all of our images projected. So now we're actually ready to size the image. And I'm going to click on Image, Image Size, and it comes up 1800 by 1139. And we need it 1280 by 720. So the best way to do this is input the numbers, right? Well, what happens when we do that is we've got the 1280 wide correct, but the height is 810, which is too large. So typically I recommend inputting the height first and letting the width default to wherever it will. And here it's under 1280 pixels, so we're good to go there. I'm going to click OK, and the image is immediately resized to the right size. So the next thing we want to do is put a key line around it, and that's the little line that goes around your image. It helps present it a little bit better. And for your Mac users, you're going to click or put a keyboard command, Command All or Command A. For your PC users, that's Control A. And you get the little marching ants that are going around the image. The next thing you do is you click Edit and you click Stroke. And I have a 5-pixel wide default selected, which is normally about the size I might like to use. Some people like larger, some people like a little smaller. And here I have a default brown color, but I can click on that and click a green if you want to. See, that changes to green, or the white from the monument, or even a gray or a bluish gray. I'm going to stick with that kind of dark brown, burnt orange color. And I'm going to click OK here, and in a minute you'll see the key line around there. I put in Command D for deselect, or Control D, and if I zoom in here, you can see that the key line is indeed around it. There it is, and we're good to go. So we're on the home stretch here. We're going to click on File and Save As. And when we do that, we're going to rename our photograph. And we use the normal naming convention, the year first, with an underscore separating the year and the month. Let's say it's January. Another underscore for our name. And then we give it a title. I call this Honoring Service. And then we decide to tell if it's a theme image by putting a T, or an open image by putting an O. And as you can see, it defaults to JPEG. It's JPEG here, and again, it gives you the choice to choose your color profile. I'm going to click Save, and as you can see, we have a little bit of a problem right here. It comes up at 1,000 kilobytes or 1 megabyte. That's too large for us to use, so we need to use a little slider here and slide it down and resize it under 500 kilobytes, which this now is. We're going to click OK, and our image is done. I can close that out, and that's how you resize an image in Photoshop CS5 for the Camera Club.